Oh, you guys, I'm so disappointed. I did some chocolate on my arm for making brownies this morning at 9 a.m. and yes, eating half of the pan. I did a whole day in the life video yesterday from morning until night, recording it in this mode, not realizing that once I edited it,
Mom, I got 2 classes, so I get to go back.
Okay, go play. Once I edited the video, that it was going to leave the 2 black bars on the side. So I'm going to try to redo it today. Very frustrating because it really took me all day yesterday and all night to edit. So it's probably not going to be as great as a video as I would like it to be, but here we go. So I didn't do an intro this morning, but woke up, made brownies, obviously. Cleaned the kitchen, got the kids fed, husband came home, helped me, bathed the kids, and now they're just playing and watching Trolls. And I'm going to do my makeup and my hair tutorial again, which I also did yesterday. And I hate getting ready, and I hate putting makeup on, and I hate doing my hair. So yesterday was already tiring as it was to have to do that for the video, but now I have to do it again because the video sucked. So here we go. I'm not going to do my makeup as a tutorial. I'm just going to do my makeup and fast forward the video so you guys can see how I do it, because it will take me a long time if I'm doing a whole video on my makeup. But I will show you how I do my hair in slow motion, because I have heard, I've had a lot of questions about how I do my hair and a lot of compliments on my hair, so I will do a video of that and explain how I do my hair. Now, this is right here, curls from yesterday still. I haven't done anything with my hair yet this morning, so unfortunately you won't be able to see what my hair looks like before curls, but you'll get the idea of how to do yours. So let's get started. we're gonna go ahead and get started on my hair. I don't use any heat protectant on my hair, and I hardly ever use hairspray. I just kind of curl it and go. I like more looser curls, so I don't spend a lot of time at making sure that I'm holding my curl. So for starters, I use what does that say? Pro Beauty Tools is what I use for my curling iron. I got this from Target, but I also think that Myers has them too. 25 bucks. I used to use the ones from Walmart. They have the silver barrel, and they're from Conair. They're like 9 bucks. Those work awesome too. The only thing I was noticing with them is I was having to replace it about every month because it kept turning black, which is odd because I don't use any products in my hair, so it shouldn't be turning black. But this one has held up quite well. This is my second one actually, because the first one I left on all day and it burnt through a bottle of lotion and it was burnt. So there's no replacing it. So this is my second one, but very good curling iron. You do not need an expensive curling iron to curl your hair. All right, so for starters, I put my hair up in this real cute bun on top of my head. So all I'm doing here is I'm putting up the crown. This is the crown of my hair. So everything's still here in the back. So I'm just kind of putting up my first layer. My hair is super thick, so there's no excuse for not being able to curl your hair, people. As long as that curl's good, curl away. And this takes me, I can time it, but I think this takes me like 8 minutes, if that. So I do not brush my hair before I curl it. And like I said, these are leftover curls from yesterday. Technically I don't need to curl my hair every day because it holds pretty well, but for purposes of the video, I'm gonna go ahead and curl it anyways. Okay. So I do like beachy waves, which means I do not curl the ends of my hair, and you'll be able to see that. I start at the root of my hair, work my way down, never holding the curling iron on there. I'm always working the curling iron through my hair, and you'll notice I don't touch my ends with the curling iron. When I'm done with the curl, I pull down on my curling iron, which gives it that straight look at the bottom. So like I said, start at the root. I never stop with my curling iron and pull down. So it leaves the straight look at the bottom and curled on the top. And pull down. And same thing. Also I never curl towards my face. I always curl away from my face. I have in the past done curls alternating, so I've done them towards my face and then away, and that also gives a cute beachy look. So yeah, you can do it with both ways. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then I will show you how I do the top of my hair. So bottom's done, and we're gonna go ahead and work our way up to the top. So here's what the back looks like. Hopefully good. My husband will usually say, hey, you missed a curl in the back, because I never look at the back of my hair, so I don't know. So, moving on to the top. So, I just separate it in two spots, or two parts, like this. And do exactly the same thing that you did before. Away from your hair, or away from your face, and pull down. And I do nothing different in the front of my face as I'm doing in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my kids are down for a nap, and obviously they're not sleeping yet because one of them is banging on the wall. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish these curls, and then I'll show you what the end looks like. This is day 3 hair, I think. So I haven't washed my hair in 3 days. It is a little bit gross on the top there. So sometimes I do use some dry shampoo. I do not like this dry shampoo, by the way. Don't ever buy it. It's not your mother's. It makes my hair super weighted down, and it feels, after a couple hours, feels almost greasier than it did to start with. But for video purposes, I'll show you how to use it. Most of the time I do use, if I'm in a hurry, I'll use this just for a real quick spray. If I'm not in a hurry, I'll use baby powder, which I have found honestly works the best. Just sprinkle it in your hair, shake your roots out a little bit to make sure you don't have any white powder in there. So same concept too, you just spray and shake your roots out. I do it around my face. Okay. It smells good. It just doesn't work very good. Okay, so at this point, I go ahead and wait until my curls are cooled, and they are cooled, so I run my fingers through them. Now I don't always do this. I will only do this if it's not humid outside, because if you pull through your curls on a humid day, I've noticed once you go outside, the humidity, it flattens them anyways. So it is humid outside today, but we'll just do it just to show you what I do. So yeah, just pull through them like that, make them look a little bit beachier. Okay, yep, that is my how to do curls. Super quick. That definitely took me less than 10 minutes, probably 7 or 8 minutes. All right, here we go. On to the rest of the day.
You're not supposed to put your face in front of it. What?
Need AC. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. This is a huge, oh geez, hey guys. This is the humidity that I was talking about. If you don't brush your curls out, the humidity just does it for you. Suckers are gonna be flat here in a minute. All right, we're gonna go for a walk. A walk a day keeps the depression away. Not really, but it can be a little bit helpful today. All right, let's go for a walk. You guys are all thinking that I meant taking a walk as in driving my car around. I'm lazy, but not that lazy. Also though, a little bit of advice for the mummies out there. Now, I have 3 children. That's a lot. Once you're overnumbered as far as a husband and wife, you've exceeded too many kids, in my opinion. I have too many kids. Sometimes, dear God, dear Lord, don't let my husband be watching this. I will say I'm going on a walk, and I don't. I come sit in my car because that's the only kind of break I get from the children. From the noise. I'm so sensitive to noise. So sometimes I do need to get a break in a way. All right, let's go for a walk. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a tad bit dreading this. It's really hot out. It's really humid. But walking does increase your serotonin level in your brain, which does help depression. So I try to make myself do this as much as I can. It's not always easy, but let's do it. Let's do it together. All right, here we go, folks. I just realized I just crossed the road without looking. Do you guys do that? Does anyone do that? Like, I literally will drive around for like a 45-minute drive, not realizing that I have not looked left or right, or I don't even know if I've stopped at stop signs. Goodness. I really am gonna die young. Well, that was super short-lived. God was looking over me today. It started raining, so I had to come back to my car. It's nap time. Feel like that I'm ready for a nap now. Also, you guys, let's touch base on the fact that I always sound out of breath, because I feel like you might notice it a little bit. I don't sound out of breath. I am out of breath. I think that has something to do with anxiety. I've noticed it since I've got out of the hospital, and some days it's worse than others. Today in specific, for some reason, it seems really bad. I think it's just part of my anxiety. It's just like I'm every day, all day anxious, so it gives me a feeling of unable to breathe. So when I talk, I do sound out of breath. Sorry. Crew. Hi. Hey. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Go find it. Where's it at? Oh, good boy. You got it. Good boy. Alright, the husband just went to golf, so now it's just me and the kiddos, but it is time to clean this mess. Oh, you've got messy hair. Holy Moses. Good morning. You guys ready to go eat?
Yeah? You ready to go eat?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's go. What do you want to watch?
Trolls.
You want to watch Trolls? But you watched it like 3,000 times today. And Mommy's so sick of hearing it. Like the song, can't stop the music. Okay, you gotta give me a kiss first. You gotta give me a kiss. You better give me a kiss or you can't watch it. Toby, will you give me a kiss? Come here. Give me a kiss so you can watch Trolls. Fine. No one wants to give Mommy kisses.
Trolls.
Thank you. We are. Put your hands in the air. So as you guys can see in that video previously, Toby has issues using a utensil. He is 3 years old, and his sister Lily, she's 2, and she's able to use a utensil just a little bit better than him. We did ask the doctor about it because he was born addicted to meth, so we want to make sure that his milestones are being met, and he is a little bit behind only in this area using a fork for some reason. So he's actually not doing that bad right now. He's actually doing pretty good, but he does have a muscle weakness, so you can't tell in the video, and he's not really doing it awfully bad right now, but he does shake a lot. His hands and his arms shake a lot when he's eating or writing or playing with a smaller toy, so it's a muscle weakness. Is it hot? So if he doesn't improve within a couple months, 6 months or so, we're going to take him to therapy to get it fixed. He is improving though. He's getting better. How is your food? Girls are really shoving it in. Is that good? Uh-oh.
I got mine too.
You dropped yours too?
Yeah, for him.
Oh, it's okay. The dog will eat it.
He gotta go to him cage.
Yeah.
But how you get him in the UK him cage?
He doesn't sleep in the cage. He sleeps in his chair in the living room.
And he pooped in it.
Oh no. He poops in it?
No. Poop.
Yucky. So I feel like 100% of that went on the floor, chairs, and table. None went in their mouth. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video for today. It is now 6 o'clock, I think, and the kids are getting close to bedtime anyways, and everything's been done for the day. At this point on, we just chill and watch TV, and then put the kids to bed, and we go to bed. So we're like Grandpa and Grandma's. We're in bed by 7, 8 o'clock and asleep by 9. So I'm going to follow this video up with a little bit on my mental illness and depression and stuff, and then saying good night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it'd be a good idea and time to go over depression. A little bit about my story. Hi. The dog's out here. He can be a tad annoying. Don't be surprised if my phone falls over multiple times. Oh, just like that. Someone is just interested in hearing my whole story as far as my hospital stay, days leading up to my hospital stay, the hospital stay, and what I did in there, what every day looked like for me, and my months after the hospital stay, because it's been 3 months now since I've left the hospital. But so pretty much we'll just touch base on exactly what my diagnoses were. So a couple of them I got a couple of them I got in the hospital, and I've also had some new ones since I've left the hospital, because I do see a psychiatric doctor like once a month or so. So as far as me getting better, am I better than I was 3 months ago? Yes. Am I healed completely? No. I struggle every day. Every day is a struggle for me to get out of bed. It's really, really hard, you guys. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, ever had to go through. So in the hospital, I was diagnosed with severe major depression disorder, anxiety disorder, and panic attacks. And I still suffer with all 3 of those. My panic attacks aren't nearly as bad as they used to be. I get maybe on average 1 a week, and I used to get 2 a day. And my panic attacks are considered severe because I do black out during them, which is dangerous because I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going, because for some reason, sounds really odd, but I get in my car during a panic attack and I usually drive, which is so dangerous for myself, and I could be harming other people because I'm blacked out during this. So, and that's also why we've had people stay with me. I try not to be alone as much as I can, just because I don't want that to happen. I don't want to harm anyone else or myself. So yeah, I'm still having issues with all 3 of those. So recently I just got diagnosed with PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. It is something that someone gets when they go through something very traumatic, which I did. My hospital stay was traumatic for me. The days leading up to it was the worst, but I started having, once I left the hospital, I started having nightmares. And that's considered PTSD, the PTSD nightmares. I could also be triggered, my PTSD could be triggered during the day if I had a memory or a thought, and it would throw me into a panic. So I was put on medication for that. Unfortunately, the medication has not worked, so that's really disappointing, because my nightmares make or break my day. So if I have a bad nightmare, you can bet that my day is going to be really bad. And the my last one that I have, my diagnosis that I have is, and I'm not diagnosed with this yet, they're watching for it. It's BPD, which stands for borderline personality disorder. That sounds really scary. It's not. It's really technically just like a form of depression, but there's more to it than just depression. Can't think of the word. Anyway. Terrified of losing people close to me. So abandonment, that's the word. I have a fear of abandonment, and that goes along with borderline personality disorder. There's no reason for me fearing being abandoned, because phone's dying, because I've never been abandoned by anything or anyone. So it's like irrational thoughts that really make no sense is BPD. I do have every single symptom of it. I just think that I try to pretend I don't have it, because that's 5 things that I've been diagnosed with, 4 of which I'm on medication for. So that's really frustrating to think about, and I always feel really set back in my depression, anxiety, and all the other things I have when I get put on more medication. It's definitely not something that you want to hear from a doctor when you're depressed. You want to almost get off your medication. Obviously it's not possible, but it is a really hard setback to hear that you need to be put on more medicine. You feel like you're taking steps back instead of steps forward. So that's kind of touching base on a little bit of my depression. If you guys want to hear more, just let me know. I can make a separate video on more details. I am an open book, so I'm not afraid to share my story, and I also would love to help people through their depression. If anyone is struggling with depression or any other mental illnesses for that matter, I would love to give pointers and things that I've learned in the hospital, because there's a lot of stuff I learned in the hospital that you don't find online as far as like Googling how to help with depression and stuff. So I can definitely do a separate video on that, but I just won't go into any more detail than that for now. So that was the day in the life of us super boring people. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed making it. It really helped me get going for the day and get out of bed, so it was fun. Hope to see you next time. Night.